Well, happy Tuesday, everybody. I'm Ben Dorr with the American Firearms Association, and tonight I've got some good news and I've got some bad news. Okay. I'm going to keep this short and sweet. I want to give you guys all of the information that I have. And before the night's done here, you're going to know exactly what's going on in Washington, D.C. Tomorrow morning, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. The House Judiciary Committee in Washington, D.C. will be holding a hearing on a so-called assault weapons ban bill. Okay. This is a bill, it's H.R. 1808, that will outlaw over 200 different firearms, guys. Let me know where you're watching from. If my audio is okay, let me know if my audio is okay. Let's do an audio check quick, guys. Let us know in the comment section where you're watching from. I've got an update from our staff on Capitol Hill. They've been there all day. They will be there all day tomorrow. Okay. Fighting on your behalf, meeting with Congress members, doing everything that can be done to stop this push for the assault weapons ban. It's what it is. But again, I said I had good news. I'm going to give you the good news. Share this video, guys. Share with your family and friends. I'll tell you this, Facebook in particular has been really jerking us around for a while and has not been sharing our content. Of course not, because they hate the Second Amendment. They hate our freedoms, and they're not going to do anything to help preserve them. So first thing, again, this hearing starts tomorrow in the House Judiciary Committee. This is Jerry Nadler's committee. And we're fighting against this with everything we've got. Thank you, Deb. She said she shared it. I appreciate you sharing the video. Here's the first bit of good news. I'm going to throw this right in here, okay? This is what everything hinges on this. Take a look at this. This is an article from Politico that came out like an hour and a half ago. It says House Dems still wrangling the votes for an assault weapons ban. So it says House Democrats want to push to an assault weapons ban, betting their mark far beyond last month's modest bipartisan gun deal. They just don't have the votes yet. Okay, so they're pushing this. They want to pass this. They're probably going to pass it through the committee tomorrow, but they want to do a full House floor vote. But according to Politico right here, they can't even get the votes yet from the Democrats and the rhinos in Congress to pass it through. Okay. This is good news. This tells us that what we have got to do is continue to do what we have been doing, and that is pour pressure on Congress, hammer on these people, and tell them that we're opposed to them banning our firearms with H.R. 1808. Okay. If we can stop this in the House, then we know it's utterly obliterated in the Senate. Right now, we don't trust any of these things. We don't trust that it can be stopped in the House. We don't trust that it's going to stop in the Senate. Not on the power of these politicians. These politicians will do what they think is best for them, and it's our job to make sure these losers know that what's best for them is that they don't stab us in the back and screw over gun owners. But again, they're struggling to get the votes, and this is a very good thing. If you do nothing else tonight, I would ask you guys, do me a favor, do our country a favor. Go to stopawb.com. You can screenshot the video if you'd like. You can take it down right here. I put it on the screen. Go to stopawb.com and tell your congressmen, your senators, that you want them to vote against H.R. 1808. So again, that's www.stopawb.com. That'll take you to one of our pre-written petition campaigns, and you can send that off to your congressman right here, lickety-split, tonight. Do that. If you do nothing else, do that, please, and help us stop this. Okay, I want to jump right away to an update from Patrick Parsons, our executive vice president for the American Firearms Association. He and Alex, and I know there's a whole bunch of us in DC today. Patrick bumped into Congressman Chip Roy from Texas. This guy's a stud when it comes to the Second Amendment, when it comes to freedom issues. Chip Roy is about as good as it gets. Okay. So he had a conversation with Chip today. He had a message for everybody. I'm going to pull their video in here, let you guys watch it. Let me know if the audio is good on this. I'm going to have to probably crank it up so you can hear it okay. But it's a very short update. I'm going to pull it in here, guys. And this is, again, Patrick Parsons with the American Firearms Association, us, and Chip Roy from Texas. Here we go. I'm going to press play.
Here with the American Firearms Association alongside Congressman Chip Roy of Texas. Congressman, it's a busy week. Yeah, we've got the big so-called assault weapons ban hearing tomorrow in Judiciary. You're going to be in the arena, so to speak, there, fighting the fight. How are you preparing for it? What's at stake in this committee hearing tomorrow?
Yeah, well, Patrick, look, this is obviously really important. We're trying to get out to August and go into our constituents, and the Democrats are trying to shove everything they know how to under the sun in order to avoid talking about inflation, talking about open borders, talking about the rampant crime on our streets. And that's all actually germane to this whole point. Our borders are open, gangs are getting in, terrorists getting in, our streets aren't policed, we have a danger in our community. And the American people want to be able to defend themselves under the Second Amendment against criminals, defend their families, defend themselves against tyranny. Yet our Democratic friends are now going to go down the same old tired path, and they want to ban our ability to enjoy the Second Amendment rights afforded to us to defend ourselves and our families. That's what's happening, nothing more, nothing less. It's a political statement. They're trying to jam everything they know how to do before they get to the elections in November. But this is serious, right? This is a real issue. It would ban a lot of known hunting weapons. It would ban a lot of weapons that we're all very accustomed to using. And it's all done to scare people, right? And they're also going to bring up legislation to hold manufacturers liable, all right? Allow people to sue manufacturers because someone misuses a firearm. Imagine if you could sue GM if somebody uses a car to run over somebody. That's what we're talking about. It's absurd on its face. We should stand up in defense of the Second Amendment, stand up in defense of our ability to defend ourselves using the common weapons of the day. This is the last point. They always like to talk about, well, this is about muskets in 1776 or 1789 or 1791. Well, the weapon of the day today are semi-automatic rifles and pistols. That's what we use to be able to defend ourselves, to have the ability to stand up against criminals, and to use the weapons that we know that work today at the same level and to be able to defend our communities. That's nothing more, nothing less. That's what the Second Amendment is about.
Guys, you heard it from the congressman. He's one of the good guys on Capitol Hill. He's going to be fighting the fight in Judiciary tomorrow. Congressman, keep up the fight.
Hey, thanks, Pat. Thanks for everything you guys do. Appreciate it very much. Yep.
That was filmed probably 2 hours ago. I want to make sure you guys saw that tonight. Very important. We're going to keep fighting this every step of the way. I hear Mark. I hear you in the comments section. I hear you, Dennis. I hear you, Hannah. You're pissed off. We're as pissed off as you. Here's the deal, and I'm just going to say this for the politicians, for the lefties that are watching this. If you pass a bill like this, if a bill like this becomes law, we will give you not one single firearm. You cannot have our AR-15s. We will not be burning our 30-round, 15-round, 12-round magazines. You cannot have them. We do not consent, okay? You politicians, you rule by the consent of the governed, and we do not consent to this sort of governance. It's not what it is. This is tyranny. So if you have the votes to pass the bill, if you think it's advantageous to do so, then I guess do what you have to do, but you will not take our guns from us. Not going to happen. Okay, guys, if you agree, hit that thumbs up button, give us a love sign. Do not do the angry face, please. Facebook penalizes. I don't know how they can penalize us more than they already are, but Facebook really screws us over if we get a lot of angry faces on the page. So hit that like button, hit that love button, guys. And do me a favor, if you have not already joined, I need your help. If you can join, we would love to have you on board. I know today we were approving radio ads, internet ads that are going out from the American Firearms Association to put pressure on politicians in key districts, all in key states all over the country. Okay, we're using your money to do this. We're putting your money to work, fighting on behalf of our Second Amendment freedoms. And if you want to be a part of that, please join. We'd love to have you. You can join us at joinafa.org. Joinafa.org. That's the t-shirt you will get with your membership with the American Firearms Association. Join up with us, fight with us, help us stop this gun control, help us stop HR 1808, and continue to grow this grassroots army. We have got to do this. We have got to win. We cannot back down. We cannot do less. We must keep fighting. Again, we just read it from Politico. They're concerned that they cannot get the votes. Here's a quote. Here's a quote from Kurt Schrader, a Democrat from Oregon. It says, "This is a bill that destroyed the Democrats in '94." I guess, do we really have a death wish list as Democrats, said Kurt Schrader. So these weak Democrats don't even want to touch it. Yes, you'll get all of the New York Democrats, right? Those types, they're always going to sign on to a bill like this. Hell, some of the New York Republicans, like Jacobs, even they're supporting an assault weapons ban. But there are tons of weak Democrats who are already terrified of what the November elections are going to bring, who are very concerned that if they vote for a bill like HR 1808 on the House floor, that it will totally destroy them in the elections. And we need to continue to make sure they get that message from gun owners like you and me. So send your petition at stopawb.com. Again, the hearing kicks off tomorrow in the House Judiciary Committee under Jerry Nadler. Okay, this bill, HR 1808, it will ban the sale of over 200 different firearms. I know there's Remingtons in there, there's Barretts, there's H&Ks, there's Smith & Wessons, DPMS, Colts. Virtually every firearm manufacturer you can think of, there's a whole list of guns that they create, that they make for us, that will be banned under HR 1808. It's a 64-page bill. It's a disaster, and we need to shut it down. To date, I think I haven't checked in a while. I know that some of the other guys on our team had, but we've sent AFA members have sent, I think, well over 40,000 emails and petitions into Capitol Hill opposing this legislation. I know we sent out an email today. The American Firearms Association sent out an email putting out the congressional switchboard number. I know a lot of people were calling their Congress members today, telling them to oppose it. If you want to do it, the number is 202-225-3121. You can call your own Congress member via that phone number, 202-225-3121. I know a lot of people are doing that. So we're covering as many bases as we possibly can. The phone calls, the emails, the petitions, the online ads. The pressure is mounting, and clearly Democrats are feeling it. So if we can kill this in the House, it's a done deal. It's just a done deal. Okay. So guys, I'm going to wrap it up with that right now. Again, good news from Politico. We need to keep this pressure up. We need to keep pushing on these people. Tell these tyrants they cannot have our guns. We will not settle for this. We will not stand in a line and pass over our AR-15s or our shotguns or the pistols that would be outlawed under HR 1808. We're not going to let it happen. And if these people think that we're going to, well, they can just go to hell. That's the way we feel about this at the American Firearms Association. If you agree, guys, I would invite you, please go and join, become a member of the American Firearms Association at joinafa.org. We'd love to have you on board. Tomorrow during the committee hearings, I think if we can make this work, we're going to be running live video tomorrow. Perhaps during the hearings, we're going to give you video updates on everything happening in DC. This is the first time in over 20 years that a bill like this has been heard, touched, voted on, or anything else in Washington, DC. Okay. The first time in decades. So this is a big freaking deal, and we need to take it that way and fight against it. So hammer on the like button, guys. Share this video with your family and friends. We love you guys. Tomorrow, again, we're going to have video updates from DC. I know Patrick's up there. Alex is up there. Our team is up on Capitol Hill talking with Congress members, doing everything we can possibly do. If we can be in the room tomorrow, giving you updates from the committee hearing, we're definitely going to be doing that. So stay tuned, stay near your Facebook pages, your YouTube channels tomorrow, and I'm going to bring you live, fresh updates from the front lines in DC. For right now, guys, I'm Ben Dorr with the American Firearms Association signing off tonight. Keep your powder dry, guys. Help us fight back. Share this video, and we'll talk again tomorrow. Have a good night.